Ouano's lesson. Today, let us have a mini lesson about the insights of second language acquisition. And today, I have invited a speaker who is one of the proponents of second language acquisition theories, and he is
Stephen Krashen, who is an expert in the field of linguistics, particularly in the theories of language acquisition and development. Much of his recent research has involved the study of non-English and bilingual language acquisition. During the past 20 years, he has published well over 100 books and articles and has been invited to deliver over 300 lectures at universities throughout the United States and Canada.
Krashen's widely known and well-accepted theories of second language acquisition has had a large impact in all areas of language research and teaching since 1980s. Much has been made of Krashen's theory of second language acquisition, which consists of 5 main hypotheses. The first one is the acquisition learning hypothesis. Second one, monitor hypothesis. Third, natural order hypothesis. Fourth, input hypothesis. And the last one is the effective filter hypothesis. Now let's talk about the first one, the acquisition learning hypothesis. According to Krashen's acquisition learning hypothesis, there are 2 independent ways in order for us to develop our linguistic skills. The first one is through acquisition, and the second one is through learning. And what is acquisition? It is a subconscious process and an aware of the knowledge that is taking place. Once the new knowledge is acquired, the learner is actually unaware. This is analogous to the way the children learn their native language. Also, according to Krashen, fluency in second language performances are due to what we have acquired, not what we have learned. Adults do acquiring as much as possible in order to achieve communicative fluency. Otherwise, they will get back down into learning and too much conscious attention to the work of language.
Our conscious learning processes and our subconscious acquisition are mutually exclusive. Learning cannot become acquisition. This claim states that there is no interference between acquisition and learning. This is used to strengthen to the argument for recommending activity in the classroom with only a minimum assigned in learning.
Learning a language involves a formal instruction and is needed for a conscious process. When a language is learned, a person knows the grammar rules and is aware of whether or not they are being followed. The language learner is able to talk about grammar and correct errors through examination of these rules. Language acquisition focuses on meaning, while language learning, it focuses on form. Language acquisition allows a person to freely and naturally use the language. Second one, monitor hypothesis. It actually explains the relationship between the acquisition and learning and defines the influence of the latter on the former. The monitoring function is the practical result of the learned grammar. According to Krashen, the acquisition system is the utterance initiator, while the learning system performs the role of the monitor or the editor. The monitor acts as a planning, editing, and correcting function when 3 specific conditions are met. That is, the second language learner has sufficient time at his/her disposal. He/she focuses on form or thinks about the correctness, and he/she knows the rule. It appears that the role of conscious learning is somewhat limited in second language performance. According to Krashen, the role of the monitor is or should be minor, being used only to correct deviations from normal speech, and to give speech a more polished appearance. Krashen also suggests that there is individual variation among language learners with regard to monitor use. He distinguishes those learners that use monitor all the time are what we call overusers. Those learners who have not learned or who prefer not to use their conscious knowledge are what we call underusers, and those learners that use the monitor appropriately are what we call the optimal users. An evaluation of the person's psychological profile can help to determine to what group they belong. Usually, extroverts are underusers, while introverts and perfectionists are overusers. Lack of self-confidence is frequently related to overuse the monitor. Third, natural order hypothesis. We acquire, not learn, the course of a language in a predictable order. Some grammatical items, for example, are acquired early, while the others are acquired later. The order is not exact. Not every acquirer proceeds in exactly the same order, but the variation among acquirers is not extreme. In English as a second language, for example, the ing marker, the progressive one, John is playing the violin, is among the first grammatical markers to be acquired, while the third person singular with S is acquired later. In fact, some adults who speak English as a second language very well have not acquired this marker. Research has come up with some surprising facts about the natural order. First, it is not true that simple rules are acquired early and complicated rules are acquired later. This presents a problem to curriculum designers who present rules to language students from simple to complex. Fourth is the input hypothesis. We acquire language only when we understand a language that contains structure that is a little beyond where we are now. This is possible because we use more than our linguistic competence to help us understand. The input hypothesis says that we acquired by going for meaning first, and as a result, we acquire structure. It also states that speaking fluency cannot be taught directly. It emerges over time on its own. The best way to teach speaking, according to this view, is simply to provide comprehensible input. Early speech will come when the acquirer feels ready, and it is typically not grammatically accurate. Accuracy develops over time as the acquirer hears and understands more input. The last one is actually the affective filter hypothesis. Affective filter hypothesis embodies the Krashen's view that a number of affective variables play a facilitative but non-causal part in the role of second language acquisition. What are these variables? These variables include motivation, self-confidence, anxiety. It means that low motivation, low self-esteem, and debilitating anxiety can combine to raise the affective filter and form a mental block that prevents comprehensible input from being used for acquisition. In other words, when the language is up, it impedes the acquisition. Krashen claims that learners with high motivation, self-confidence, and a good self-image are better equipped for success in second language acquisition.
Affective filters can be raised or lowered as a result of the environment that the individuals are in, interactions with peers and or teachers, or due to personal factors such as insecurity and anxiety. We can probably all attest to the fact that we have at one point in our life been in certain contexts where we may be nervous about something and have felt paralyzed or incompetent. Just imagine standing in front of a group of your colleagues in order to conduct a presentation about the ways in which you differentiate for English learners. Many people might naturally have a low affective filter in this type of situation because of their personal disposition. However, many people, the affective filter will skyrocket. These people will sweat, become nervous, and will be astonished at the incoherent comments that may come out of their mouth while they are talking in their head. Why am I speaking as if I don't know what am I talking about? Teachers of second language learners must strategically organize their environment and instruction in order to lower the affective filter of learners in their classroom. Overemphasis on error correction, laughing at mistakes, or being placed in an awkward or high-risk environments may tend to increase the affective filter and inhibit language development. It is imperative that teachers also institute a policy in the classroom that prohibits students from making fun of their peers or laughing at errors made by other students. The optimal classroom for language learning and production is a classroom that encourages risk-taking in language production and views errors as a natural progression of language learning. When placed in a safe and affirming environment, many students will blossom and grow in their language development.